Yes, good morning everybody. I hope you are having a good morning. Today is 9th of July 2019. So we're going to start off our analysis with the chart on our screen, Euro USD. Let's see what we have. So this is upwards. As you can see, the price continues to move to the upper side, and there's something I mentioned when it started, like around just before the end of May. We did say something here that just look at what the price is doing. This it opened here and then it closed above. This is the first close above. Then the next week price opened somewhere around this point and closed above. It opened around this point and closed above. Then there was the beginning of correction where the price opened here, and then it closed there. Then that other week it opened somewhere there, it closed lower. So we were in an upward trend, and then the price began to correct itself. At this point it started to go down, where it hit this point and then closed above. The next candle opened the next week, which was last week. It opened somewhere here and then ended up closing above. So this week somehow the price is heading to the upper side. We don't expect it to come back and close below where it opened. Yes, it's possible that the price may close below where it opened, but as it is now, expect a close above where the price opened. So we basically expect price to hit this resistance. We expect price to reach this resistance here. If the price can pull back perfectly up to this point, then that will be the best place where we want to exit from. So basically just a pullback, just a rally up to this point, where if the price does not break above, we're going to look for a sell. But if it does break beyond, then that will mean we're going to look for a continuation to the upper side. So that would mean we are looking for more buy positions, expecting price to move even higher. So the next chart is GBP USD. This too is upwards, and you need to look at what the price is doing. Like, we had a resistance here, we had a resistance there, then we had a resistance here. This was a support previously. There was this break, there was an attempt to move up, but it closed a bit below. We had a resistance, there was this break, there was a retracement, and then this is now a buy. So when the price came back to this point but could not break below, that gave us a correct opportunity to look for a buy. We do expect price to go up to this resistance 1.26673, which is here. So the best thing to be doing now is actually to expect price to keep moving to the upper side, keep looking for more buy positions. So that's basically what we are expecting to be happening. We expect a continuation up to the resistance which you've seen, which is here. So the next place, if the price goes beyond this level, is actually this place here, 1.27898. so when the price gets this point, then that will give you another place where we want to sell from. The next chart we'll look at is USDJPY. So far this is downwards. This chart is basically downwards, and I'm going to explain why I'm saying this is downwards. I want you to look at what is happening on the 4 hours. There's like a shape here, and then we also have another one from the bottom, from the lower side. So basically the price is within an expanding range formation. There was a resistance here, there's a support, a resistance, a resistance, a resistance, a support. So expect price to move up to this point. where if it bounces off, then this is the best place you want to sell from. You want to buy from the bottom here and then sell from the top, buy from the bottom and then sell from the top. So this could be a good place where we want to buy from. So let's keep this screenshot. We are going to monitor it slowly as the price continues to use it. We'll be looking at it properly. So let's check now the next chart. We've saved that already. We'll look at gold. So you can see that gold is actually very much to the upper side. So this is after the breakout which you had here. We had a resistance, there was that gap above, and then there's a pin bar. So as it is now, the price is still continuing to the upper side. We still expect more movements to the upper side. If you're on this chart now, you're actually supposed to be holding on to buy positions. Expect price to continue upwards, especially after it went above 1748.15. Expect it to continue much higher. If you can see some pullbacks, then those will give you the correct place where you want to trade from. But as it is now, hold on to buy positions, keep waiting for retracements, pullbacks, so that you pick a low risk buy position. Let's see what we have on Brent oil. Brent oil too, this is upwards. This is upwards. The price is consolidating, yes, but we're still upwards. So we have this line. Doesn't look very good, but it's a good trend. It's a trend line. Have that, and then you have another one from the top. So there's a resistance, there's a resistance, there's a resistance, there's a resistance. We want price to break above, retrace back, and then continue upwards. We expect price to break above, retrace back, and then continue to the upper side. That's simply what we want to happen. We want price to ascend above the trend line, something like this. It should continue up, then retrace back before it continues to the upper side. This is what may likely happen. So we are not saying this is the final thing where that the price must break beyond this trend. No, we are saying the price may break above that trend line and then continue in that direction. This is exactly what we are saying. We may see price break above, retrace back, and then continue up. So we are also going to be monitoring this, so we'll keep this screenshot. We have a resistance here, we have a resistance at this point, we have a resistance at this point, we have a resistance, a support at this point, then we have a resistance, a support still, then we have this support, and then we have this support here. Of course, the price attempted to touch that level, that was still a support. So when the price gets back to that level in the future, which is around this point, then this will be another support. So we want a support here, a bounce, a continuation, a retracement, and then a continuation. So we'll look at our next chart, SP500. So this one, we expect a move to the upper side. Basically, we want a breakout. We want price to ascend above this point here, retrace back, and then continue to the upside. This is what may happen if the price breaks beyond, if the price successfully breaks above 3183.5, then that would mean you're continuing to the upside. So the best thing to do is simply wait for price to ascend above, retrace back, and then continue with the buy position. So that's what I'm basically waiting for. There's nothing much to be added on this chart other than the fact that you're supposed to wait for a break above, a retracement, and then you continue with an upward trend. So thank you very much. That should be the end of today's session. I will meet again tomorrow at the same time. So thank you. See you.